know what's up.
But yeah, I just think it looks rough. I don't know. Like if this fight starts getting really chaotic, they can just mix it up with like with an overgrowth to stop a couple heroes, and you're gonna have Doom to stop one of these heroes. There's gonna be a swap to kind of like counter with that chaos of the Tiny and everything.
Right.
And OpTic just needs something like really even keel here.
5 seconds remaining.
Even I don't know if they want to go Dragon Knight because that would just help out these lanes. They want some sort of a lane dominator. Be the Storm. Okay, that's a different kind of lane dominator. It's like I'm not gonna crush you in the lane, but I'm gonna like us trading is not good for you.
Interesting. And it also, I mean, if you look at this lineup, unless PyCat got crazy fat, if you took something like a Dragon Knight, maybe you don't scale as well to deal with the Terrorblade late game. Like, you could imagine Storm Spirit zipping in with like a Shivas or something from pretty far away, and then you blow up those illusions. You have answers at least. All right, game 1 underway. OpTic, it's not quite a must-win, depending upon what else is going on in this group, but it feels like it for them, because right now they're saying bottom of the group.
Just win. That is the goal.
Exactly. You got to get on the board here. If there is technically ways that they could still make it out if they lose both of these games, but you want to be able to be in a good position seed-wise, everything else.
Control your own destiny.
Exactly.
Don't rely on the losses coming from other teams.
That is the way that you want to play. So, paiN Gaming on the other side, depending upon what happens in the other series, there's a chance that they could make upper bracket. It's not outside of the realm of possibility with the games that are still left to be played. So we'll have to wait and see as the players load into this one.
Really curious to see how this Pangalier's lane is going to go. I feel like OpTic have just very strong side lanes, and I feel like they have very weak side lanes on the side of paiN. I feel like they're just scraping by with Terrorblade, Winter Wyvern, but that can all shift. Like, you get a first blood off of smoke, suddenly someone just has boots when they're not supposed to, and it's like you're a whole different support.
So this whole mess is
Oh man, we've got a lot of all chat going on.
Yeah, we're kind of expecting that for this matchup.
Definitely. Again, for anybody that does not have some of the history behind these two teams, there was, you know, some words that were shared between them in past games where some teams took offense to it. Speaking in very generalities, you can go look it up later if you want to. We don't need to get into the dirty specifics, but suffice to say that there's a little bit of, not anger, but I would say at least, I think that both of these teams would feel happy beating the other ones. Tavo agrees. He's chuckling to himself. What a bunch of cool guys. Both these teams.
Got some legendary picks here, though. I mean, talk about the Tavo Pangolier, but the PP Tree. This is probably his, I don't know, it's probably his most like famous pick, even though he didn't have the most incredible games on in terms of like none of those iconic TI matches really, but you know, he spams this thing a lot. He's a big fan of the Treant Protector. I always see him shilling for buffs on Treant when he's in a bad spot, but that is not the case right now.
Look at these guys. I like that too. The applause afterwards. I guess they can't see what the other people are laughing
about. They
about.
don't even know how great it is.
They don't.
Oh, it's very nice.
They might have an idea. They might have an inkling that paiN Gaming used the chat wheel. The only thing that can stop them is the cooldown on these abilities. They're already using sprays inside the fountain, everything. So you talked about the side lanes and that you feel like it's probably going to be into the favor of OpTic, but that could change depending upon you know, early kills and maybe getting a little bit of an injection in gold.
Yep.
It does look like it's going to be the Rubik Pango combo. I guess the other thing that we could probably see is Rubik heading over and trying to steal away one of those waves.
Yeah, he could try some creep pulling shenanigans, but against the Treant Protector, that is quite scary. The Venge and the Doom will be heading up top. I guess this fits their style a bit more, just with the PPD often playing in the safe lane, kind of managing pulls and everything like that, even if he is on the tree. We've seen this a couple times in the Treant Protector where it felt like you're expecting him to be in the top because it just feels like a better area to play. But the Venge versus the Terrorblade has been a very annoying matchup in lane.
Yeah.
Reducing that armor and just helping to chip through his very low HP pool.
And the other thing, too, is it's not just the armor, but it's a decent chunk of magical damage. You know, 60 there at level 1 for 25 mana costs on a 10-second cooldown. It's a lot of value that you get out of it. It just sort of takes time. It's the slow chip. Well, Duster is going to be there as well. I feel like this is yesterday we saw the value of Cold Embrace with the Spirit Bear. Not so much the case with the Terrorblade.
No, Terrorblade is great when you have flat heal stuff like Witch Doctor or something. When you have percent based, whew, not that great.
Everybody from paiN just tipping PPD as well.
The battle begins.
They're feeling themselves in this game at #1, and it's going to be paiN picking up 2 bounty runes, as will OpTic. And they do the horse noise on the Rubik as they head away.
Okay, so this is interesting. So they are going to be bringing the Weaver up into the top lane. They've just decided that this is going to be the better place. They want the Weaver versus the Terrorblade, especially with the Venge. That's understandable because that's way more physical damage. And Doom should do great versus this Pangolier in lane, especially with the help of a Treant Protector. Really worried about King RD.
Yeah, this is a pretty quick problem that can come down. They actually drop down the Sentry Ward anticipating the tree. They'll know that he's going to be over here. PPD does have a Sentry Ward of his own.
Yeah. And this is a really bad spot to put your Sentry Ward too, where it's in the lane like this, because PPD is going to hide his in a tree somewhere once he figures out where it is, and there's no way that you're going to see his before he sees yours.
Yeah. So we'll just have to watch how that comes. King RD.
Good luck.
The damage.
I know. It's like 2 punches, and that's it. At least he didn't get the Orb of Venom on PPD, so that's going to help out quite a bit. But you cannot outlast at the tree. He gets a deny there right in Tavo's face.
Top lane battles going on as they're throwing out waves of terrors and the Arctic burn. And interestingly enough, it's actually Duster that ends up on the worst end of the trade, even though he's got that Arctic burn. Just all of the right clicks and wave of terror damage coming through on this hero. Even under the tower with that bonus armor, it's still not enough.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of spam up there. Shikuchi is just absolutely brutal level 1, and that's a lot of magic damage for a TV to handle.
And neither of them have sticks either. That's going to be something that they're going to need to invest in the near future. As
yeah.
All of the spam's going to come out, but you can understand wanting all that regen as well.
Yeah, it's important you get this first meta going too, just for the last hits, but... Mid lane 10-2, 10-0. Kind of expected that. I think it's more likely Weeha's going to get a kill here. I wouldn't be too surprised. I don't think OpTic will be that upset if it happens. They'll try and keep CCNC healthy, I would guess, with like some living armor maybe at level 4 if PPD can go for it, but...
Top lane. Threaten the Winter Wyvern very low, but now the Magic Missile turnaround. HFN, they'd be in a little bit of trouble. They have Sakuchi again in 1 if they want to go for this, but with the stick on the Terrorblade, it's a little bit too scary.
Weeha gets a haste rune, so he's able to really dominate the lane now. And always put a threat in CCNC. He was about a half HP, but now he's regened up. It shouldn't be too bad.
He doesn't even actually needed to use his 2 shared tangos either. But Storm Spirit does have his bottle now. And throwing that tree over as well to get 3 CS simultaneously. The value coming out from Weeha.
Oh, yeah.
So far down bottom, Tavo as well as King RD, they have been at least somewhat pushed out. But as far as the CS is concerned, they're doing pretty okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad overall. I mean, PPD and OpTic, or 3-3 have been kind of like trading it back and forth, where there's, like 3-3 was toying a lot in the jungle just to control up the Rubik and also get creeps, as Podcat finally gets the first blood there on the Duster. Seemed inevitable. Excellent tip work.
Yeah, well done.
But yeah, they've been doing a good job with like PPD just like taking last hits in lane when 3-3's over, doing his jungle shenanigans, and PPD's been getting some denies right in the face of them because he just hits for too hard. So very good lane control so far here from OpTic, but at the same time, paiN have pulled it back to a decent spot where at least they're not fully zoned out of EXP.
Just that little bit of distance from the trees is pretty important. And we do actually have a rotation here from King RD into the mid lane, and trying to give a little bit of extra space to Tavo. That does mean that CCNC has to play a little bit further back. And all of this extra experience that they get from pulling the creep wave in closer is going to be going towards Tavo, it looks like. Although, he's kind of getting zoned back from it even further with that glyph coming out. And they're going to glyph their own creep wave now in the tower as he is getting looted. He's getting ran at. Tavo with the shield crest trying to live. He is able to jump away, but the leech seed is enough with that damage coming.
That's double mango, I think. It's used there as well.
That one hurts. And King RD, he needs to be careful as well. This is a level 4 3-3. Yeah. Being able to pick up that Satyr just makes this hurt so much.
Yeah, that Rubik is just, it feels so useful as support. This reason doesn't get picked very much in such a lane, a meta with such lane importance thrown on it. And CCNC gets a little help there from Zai.
Going to get the ward drop down. Just looks like it's outside of range.
This is the call from CCC saying, like, this is dangerous. I'm going to head to the jungle if you would like some experienced mids.
No. Venge refilled his bottle, I think, too, or maybe he was coming from elsewhere.
No, I wasn't able to. It didn't look like.
Although it does look like Zai is going to be able to come over and most likely secure this rune. They're getting close to it, and with the magic missile, Zai with the quick fingers. Didn't have the mana for it.
He's definitely dead, though.
And he'll pay for it. Although paiN shows up, and
Right?
HFN.
Oh, no.
Are you kidding me? Dustar, he's able to... Okay, they do manage to find the kill.
I mean, still, though, like, not even able to get the kill without any losses with meta being popped is really bad.
Yeah.
That feels terrible.
Stupendous.
At least HFN going to try and make some use of this. Does have the 10-stick charge, and that will heal him back up a little bit more. They're going to pop the shrine for CCNC. His bottle back there as well, and so far, so good for OpTic. About 1,000 gold lead for them. Well, we're sitting at about that 5-minute mark as Weeha's going to head into the jungle, see if he can find himself the Storm Spirit. Going for the 3-1-1 build. One of the better ones for trying to nuke down a hero.
Yeah, he doesn't need the tree throw max or anything like that for the total lane dominance. I mean, we only really see that against Brood. Other than that, you're maxing that avalanche. You want all the damage that you can get. You want to be able to rotate as soon as possible. And oh, that invis room would have been so nice for rotations and just for his bottle. But good play there from Zai to steal that. And he's going to find HFN here in the jungle at about 300 HP.
This is close. He's actually going to wait for these creeps to bring him down a little bit lower, and I think that this should be a kill so close to the shrine. Zai.
It's going to be really hard, though.
Able to find one. He needs to get the Wave of Terror right away. No stick charges on HFN right now. He's thinking about it. Oh, God, HFN, are you playing the greedy route?
Yeah, good play by Zai. I don't think he'd get the kill if he did it right there. Now, though, now he's in trouble.
Oh,
this is taking
come on,
so long.
HFN, he goes in.
All right, now, who's going to get it?
Nice, Zai.
Good call. He waits there with the Wave of Terror.
I
He gets the final one.
I don't think Weeha saw the Invis rune get picked up. I think that he just saw there wasn't a rune there.
Yeah.
Because of nighttime. Otherwise, I don't think that HFN makes that play.
Normally.
Man, big moments like
Toss
that.
in on the Rubik. That's the play they're going to try and make mid.
CCNC out of mana, but with the tree armor and PPD in the area, it's going to be King RD that might end up in trouble as he's walking away from them.
That was a nice save, though. I think Weehaw secured his escape as he'll dance his way out of here.
Oh, in the meantime,
Meanwhile, with a dead Terror Blade being forced out of lane, paiN's level 7 and has a 3rd kill.
All right, paiN's going to become a problem in this game.
And Doom is level 6 down bottom, too. And Tavo is not even close. He has just cracked 5.
I think that kill really hurt him. Popping all of that regen down bottom to try and stay alive, and it just didn't end up happening. So now you've got these threats that happen in each of the lanes, and HFN is forced to go to the jungle. This feels pretty tough for paiN, at least in this stage of the game. If you're OpTic, how do you try and sort of continue to press this advantage?
Cementing is playing as 4 and letting CCNC get caught up just enough that he can be engaged in a couple of these kills. And Peter pressuring HFN so hard here. He's got a lot of armor, though.
Oh, man, and then the chase away. They do have dust, and, well, PPD might have gone too far this time as they are going to pick up the captain of OpTic.
I thought the Hellbear might give him the clap for a moment there, but...
Dustar in some trouble. He's getting dove. paiN, just no remorse. He just goes in for him.
Jeez.
Double damage.
This poor Wyvern abandoned up top, sent to try and hold back the wave.
Weeha giving him the toss, but it's CCNC. It's going to be sending him to the grave, and all over the map right now, OpTic are just destroying.
So what happened there was that PPD died, but what happened in his area? There were 3 heroes that collapsed on top of him, and then there's a Wyvern and a Tiny completely alone.
Yeah.
So Tiny's dove and killed, Wyvern is dove and killed. Pressure onto this tower with the catapult here from paiN in the top lane. And not only did they lose a tier 1 before 10 minutes, they're getting close to losing a tier 2 here. It's getting a little dicey.
That's such a good play, like, because there's no TP rotations that can happen then. Like you said, it's just that as soon as all those heroes TP to the shrine, everybody can become a target because of how strong these OpTic lanes are. And at this point, the Storm Spirit as well.
And that's a Dragonlance now here for paiN. Oh, no, not quite, actually. Just the Overclub and 1 ban. So he's close, but he's ferried this out just for a little bit of extra HP and some damage. And they're going to make a rotation up top. They really don't want to give away their 2-2 for free. Do they have Dust on the Rubik? They do. That might spell the end here for PPD.
Well, they kind of would rather go for this paiN kill if they can, as CCNC takes down Tavo yet again. They go forward onto the Winter Wyvern. Duster in some trouble, but if they can bring him somewhat low, you might be able to find the follow-up as they get the lift there onto paiN, trying to take him down and kill him off. He gets the time-lapse off, and it was never going to work. And now he's thinking about going for more. paiN is a madman, trying to kill off King RD. He's diving under the tier 2 tower yet again. They're bringing in heroes. You think paiN cares? He just found himself another kill. Another Sakuchi, the chase away, and he is eventually going to fall.
Mistakes were made. Living Armor's only level 1. You know, it's not coming back anytime soon. And he definitely abused the longer cooldowns there, but they're not that long. So the second toss comes back up and feeds back a little bit of the gold they've been gaining. But yeah, it seems always simultaneous kills across the map, as we saw Tavo get picked off by CCNC, having a great game at this point. Must be near the top of the net worth. Yeah, right after these 2 other cores, as despite not rotating, 3-3, 1-0-0, and a 5K net worth here in a moment.
He has 63 CS at 11 minutes. He is out of control. And I think the other thing, too, is now with these 2 heroes, they can play around each other. And I think you don't want to doom Weehaw, most likely.
No, they're trying to bait a fight here. And Tavo's prepping his ulti in case they go.
They are going to get the Avalanche. Now the follow-up. Doom comes down onto the Tiny. They're able to steal it, but no, it's Scorched Earth. Able to walk away.
Very well played by 3-3.
But the chase down, they actually might be able to find this kill onto Weehaw in spite of the runaway. They can't find the deny. 3-3 is trapped in by the creeps, but he is going to chase forward for more. They find the jump onto Tavo. CCNC, and with the Hadouken, 3-3 takes him down. And on the other side of the map, PPD takes down HFN. Everybody's dying on paiN Gaming. OpTic are running a train.
Yeah, they have spotted the weakness in this lineup for sure. They just paper lanes on the side.
Look at 3-3.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about anything.
Got Satyr Ore, some Scorched Earth, burn, baby, burn. Zai takes the kill. There's still a tier 1 tower here, by the way, guys. But there's not a tier 2 top in the moment, as paiN stayed up here to chip this down.
How often do you see a Doom dive 2 separate tier 2 towers before he comes back to the side of the map?
I mean, how often do you see a Doom get complete and utter free farm in the safe lane, you know, 60 last hits and then straight into a Vanguard? He understands. He doesn't really need any of these other items, right? Just needs to live, be a face for his Weaver and his Storm Spirit to play around. This is what a lot of our other Weaver games were missing, right? It's like, we've had these games of Weaver versus Tiny, and the Weaver just gets initiated on and dies, but 3-3 is going to be in the front line every single time, and somehow Weehaw's going to find his way around that.
You steal the bugs here.
Not the skill he wanted.
paiCats going to get it. Get the kill. And meanwhile, mid lane, again, they find themselves... Oh, no.
Yeah, tip that.
That's the other way around.
Yeah, whoopsie.
That's a big kill for Weehaw. They needed to get on the board with something, because it's 9,000 gold lead at 12 minutes. It was getting out of hand.
Yeah, he's the hero that can turn this one around. Now, the Courier is going to come through, not going to be killed off. That would have been pretty bad. So that's the Blink Dagger. It is spotted and pinged by PPD. And they are probably going to be aware of the fact they'll be smoking up to look for something.
In the meantime, HFN just going to try and farm up into his treads. We've seen Terrorblades be sacked in the past. It has proved to not always end up working out. But if there is one guy who's been able to farm his team back into the game, it's been HFN in the past. Let's see if they can do it again as they possibly get ready for a fight. But Metamorphosis already about half duration.
Oh, Peter just spotted that ward. They just, pops, but they don't know.
Forward. PPD, they spot absolutely everybody. The Overgrowth hits onto 2. paiCat chasing as well. They do have a big Winter's Curse coming in from the other side. If they can manage to find it onto a key target, this could be huge. He drops it down onto the tree, and meanwhile, 3-3 is separated from the rest of his team. Tavo jumping forward. They kill off PPD, and now back and forth into the Tavo paiN train. Can they kill them off, though? CCNC looking to escape, and it looks like Tavo is going to get out of there as well. So at the end of the day, it's only PPD that goes down.
Yeah, Zai held that swap too. They were ready to let Peter die. It's kind of interesting. Just to secure the fact that they could possibly win like the secondary engagement. They don't want to waste anything else, so. Not too bad, just your tree.
Radiant's bottom tower is
And it's
under
not going to
attack.
stop him from pushing in.
Deny. Weeha got it.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
You got to find the little things.
Yeah,
Radiant's
sorry.
bottom tower is under attack.
But, I mean, I hate that still one kill to start here for paiN. And not the best out of a smoke, of course, that they had to happen to run to the entirety of OpTic. They only get that one kill, but they'll buy another smoke onto our Rubik here. And King RD and weeha probably going to try and group up there. And Peter, same spot.
He knew that there was a ward, but he is going to get initiated on by weeha, and the pings just keep on coming.
They're going to try and... Well,
Is
he
it
already
within
just
range?
used Wave of Terror.
It's like just barely within range.
Oh, he just got that kill too.
Stun onto one. King RD in trouble. weeha there as well. They have the Sakuchi stolen though, and now Zai gonna fall. They have
Supports
dust
are
on
feeding
PPD.
away here.
Keep on just going down. Do they not see him? All right.
Oh, the sentry right on his face.
in the next level play. Oh, yeah. Just gonna pick those ones up.
That's pretty wild for your two supports to just come back down into that box and try and get some D wards going with 0 cores.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
Stupendous.
Well, they will pay the price. It is still free space for, I suppose, like the other cores and everything, but paiN trying to slowly kill their way back into this one.
It definitely feels tough right now, and maybe this is one of the ways to do it too, is going for the Sakuchi play, like Sakuchi into lift from the Rubik.
Yeah, for sure. He wants to be smoking around with the Tiny and trying to make that happen.
Yeah.
Similarly, PPD will be picking up some smokes for the team as the Diffusal Blade is done here now for paiCat, and his aggression in these team fights just jumped quite a bit. Able to control up pretty much anyone.
Well, he went for the mana break talent instead of the XP gain also. So he's got a lot of mana burn. Wow.
That is pretty interesting. That's pretty painful, like for the earlier Terrorblade levels when like Sunder's 200 mana.
Yeah.
It's very realistic he's not gonna be able to Sunder.
Tower is under attack.
It only takes a couple of hits.
And Roast just drops instantaneously here from the side of OpTic. Now probably for CC&C, that's what I would expect.
I do like this combo. The, you know, massive minus armor combo together with a Storm Spirit so you can secure him that Aegis at any one team fight.
Yeah, it's also just great during a team fight too. Storm Spirit attacks a lot during his engagements, so every bit of minus armor really helps him.
17 minutes, 9,000 gold lead as the tier 1 tower being healed back up again. I think paiN are anticipating somebody's going to come and TP and defend this, and they will find 3-3. But can they actually dive this guy? No siree.
Yeah, they really want to hold this. Train Protector, this is what he's good for. And Peter probably going to end up maxing Living Armor next. I think he'll just stick on the 2 Nature's guys. He has the Tranquils and then the extra Windlace, so he's very fast when he's in his Nature's guys, and doesn't really need to worry about the 3rd point or anything for the fade delay, or fade time rather.
Yeah. We do have the Crimson Guard done for the Doom, which makes this guy that much more difficult to kill off, and then also the rest of the team. But if they can manage to take a fight without the Doom there, this might be a big opportunity for them. And Storm Spirit going to zip over toward the neutrals. They have the lift, they have the chase, they have the avalanche. That's a big kill. But can they get a second one? Swap in. Tavo able to get overgrowth now. He's stuck in place. They pass through him, and actually Sakuchi's into the rolling Tavo. He's going to jump away from him. Now the Winter's Curse onto Venge. Venge is dead. Zai going down there. The chase forward for more as they want to kill off Duster. But that's burning through the Aegis as well as killing off Zai.
Oh, but meanwhile, HFN, he's doomed up, and he does not get denied in time. I thought Tavo was going to make it.
And Tavo also now in trouble. He doesn't have any way out of this one.
All for a deny. 3-3 past the tier 3s. Does not mind, though. Just does a little laps of howdy doody.
And OpTic continuing their dominance after a brief lull in the pressure. They keep diving one tower past the one that they've claimed.
You can see how difficult it is to handle this Pangolier, though. Like, ever since you weren't able to just root him or net him out of his ultimate, the hero became a lot stronger. And this is all before he has the Blink Dagger to try and make some even better plays.
This is the reason why it's been talked about so much recently. People have been talking about just a first-round pick even for it for a lot of teams. But nonetheless, paiN not deterred, wanting to head back towards mid, see if they can defend the tower. I mean, I don't think that it's necessarily just as easy as OpTic running down a lane.
Oh, Peter.
Oh, is he gone? They get the dust. Have a toss, the chase, and dead.
He's tanking the gank. I believe that was his goal. I can't see any other reason to be standing there. But now they will smoke up. So he didn't actually stop a smoke. They're going to smoke right after. They're going to move in. They have the Blink and the Shadow Blade. Weehaw hoping to find someone of more value than a Vengeful Spirit.
They're going to pass right by her. Duster. Oh, that's going to reveal the smoke. And Zai might actually just get away.
We've seen a lot of this where teams will smoke towards the runes. And, oh, CCC. He's coming down.
Okay. Jumping in for it. Finds Weehaw. paiCat's there as well. The swap, the stun, great play, and the Winter's Curse, but Weehaw is dead. And if they try and take this fight now, they're all overgrowth. This is going terribly for paiN Gaming, trying to run out of here. They have Duster killed off, and now trying to chase Tavo as well. They've got the bugs on him. Shield crash. He does have another jump away in a second, but the root's going to be there, and Tavo stuck in place, dead again.
Yeah, although you can't cancel the ultimate anymore. Peter is still controlling him very well right there. And although he went for the early points in Nature's Guide, so that tower did end up falling because they weren't able to focus it with the healing. You saw that it almost ended up being a bait as they all respond quickly after the tower is being destroyed. Get all of those kills, and now they'll just press forward into the tier 2.
That's the crazy thing, right? Is that, like, you look at that engagement, their smoke broke on Zai, and then they kind of stuck around that area for a little while, hoping that something was going to happen. But then OpTic was like, we can just fight you wherever, so they run down in the area.
Yeah.
It does feel like paiN are getting anxious to make something happen.
And that was all without the Doom, too.
Yeah. Weehaw walking into no man's land. So too is King RD. They're about to be revealed. King RD is dead. And Weehaw, oh, excuse me, I spoke too soon. Are they going to try and fight this? I mean, they're taking down the wards. Just trying to remove the vision. Good play there from paiN.
In and out. I like how paiCat's been sitting this whole game on his strength treads. Like, whenever he crosses the river into the dire side, he basically swaps his strength treads like right away every time.
Yeah.
Just trying to make sure he doesn't get bursted down.
I think paiCat has had an underrated season. It's kind of crazy thinking about where he was last year in comparison to now, and he's looking like a top-tier carry in a lot of ways.
He definitely never seems to die. That is one thing about this guy. He just, even when they lose, he'll often have like one loss or something like that, which can be a good or a bad thing. You know, it just largely comes down to the style of OpTic, where maybe they're just playing not around him all too much, but that means he might not be as engaged carries.
Yeah.
In terms of like earlier team fights, but I can definitely imagine HFN would love to be 0 or 1 death right now because he's been struggling to keep up. He's still behind Weehaw, and this is a time that hasn't even been finding that many kills across the map, just a couple onto a Treant. He's the one who's in the riskier spots, blowing up waves.
Double damage.
He's been hitting a lot of creeps, as he needs to do.
Dire are scanning.
It's a tough Terrorblade game. I mean, that Weaver Venge opening dual lane is, I think, I feel like I've seen it so many times against Terrorblade in pubs and high-level pubs and everything, but
yeah, seems strong.
King RD has invested into a gem,
Radiant
trying to remove the vision from their map. And if you look, there actually aren't that many Radiant Observer wards down right now. There's just this one up here on the high ground that was just placed.
Radiant structures are fortified.
paiN trying to do the things that they need to get back into this game. It's 23 minutes in, a 9,000 gold lead, 21-9. paiN holding hands as they farm across the map.
Yeah, this is good they're able to dodge out this aggression, but I feel like we've had several fights in this area over the past couple of days where teams are getting very good at reading the movements of their enemies and finding them squished up into this corner, and then everyone ends up running to the side chop and grabbing TPs and trying to get out, but a couple people get stuck. So here we go. The side chop play. Is everyone out of here?
Let's see.
Seems so. Okay, again, paiN then.
Oh, CCNC though. Look at this guy. He just finds the Rubik TPing across the map and jumps on him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tavo.
Oh.
Also having no TP, so he'll be forced to stay, but they'll save the tower. PBD will start healing that up. Yeah, nice play by CCC.
Looks like he's going to be going back towards the Bloodstone now. Has a gem on him as well. That's, I think, the one picked up from the Rubik as well. Ava coming out onto 1. They get an overgrowth onto 3, though. HFN managed to escape from it, and they pop the reflection, starting to deal the right-click damage. PPD caught, is going to die. They swap in the Doom, thinking that he's going to be able to survive through it, and actually kind of looks like he's going to. Meanwhile, Weaver burning through the mana of CCNC, but it's not quite enough. As they chase down 4 more. Duster escaping to the side. And, well, there's the Diffusal Blade. He should still live through this, it looks like. I'm not positive. It didn't look like they were taking a ton of mana away from Storm. Did Weaver backpack his Diffusal Blade?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It didn't look like he was taking any either, but either way, in they go. Nothing lost. Pretty big fight. Looked kind of crazy. Nice swap from Zai there to just shove 3-3 in front and say, you're the guy who built a Crimson Guard and drums. Be brave.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Weaver just, or not Weaver, Vengeful Spirit just brings in the Doom and is like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Where is Tavo? Is Tavo still just stuck on these items, eh? Stuck on this Maelstrom. Never got into that Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
Having a hard time getting past that Treant.
Just feels like it's been a tough game for him overall. Tree has seemed like such a good answer, and it feels like, I mean, we knew coming in. Everybody knew that Tavo was going to play Pangolier. It feels like OpTic had some answers for it.
Yep. Oh, back to the top lane pushing, and now this time a little bit more focused on the objectives from the side of Team OpTic. Just go onto this tower, and then Roche is now back up with that cheese. So that is the thing that you're looking for going high ground for OpTic. It was great for them to get the Roche so early because you want to take advantage of this earlier lead that you have in the game before the Terrorblade comes back online. And it can be hard to go high ground with just the Aegis. So the quicker that you get the first Aegis down, the faster that Aegis and cheese is going to come back, and then you can try and use that for a siege when this Terrorblade is still going to be relatively worthless. But HFN's getting close. You know, he's got that Manta, and he's got a lot of gold. I think he just made another purchase, actually, the side shop. And he's got an Ultimate Orb coming out, too. So Scotty next.
Good play by OpTic here to force everyone back. Oh, they actually scan out the PPDs in the area, and they're going to be able to find him. Do have Dust still, and an Ava toss kill. And a couple tips. Gotta get themselves back on the map there. Yeah, it was a nice play, though, to pull everybody from paiN back inside before they think about going in for Roche. I don't know if they can do it now. The PPD's dead, though.
Yeah, they're probably not going to opt into it. There's also a ton of vision across the top of the map here. And where is that gem? It's on CCNC. So, all right, he's starting to waddle through here. But this ward's not going to be spotted. So that's going to spot him. There's another very sneaky ward here.
I like that one a lot.
Haste.
Got to go a little bit different when you've given up a gem like that.
And bottom lane, paiN are going to try and pull OpTic away, see if they can get something while they're taking Roshan. Oh, I don't even know if paiN realized that this is happening. It is a tough time for paiN Gaming.
They have enough vision that they're probably sure that they definitely know they're in this area, right? Like, they're down here, so I think they're just forced to give this up.
Well, Roche picked up. Aegis on Storm Spirit, one of the best carriers in the game, has the gem, has the Orchid, and it looks like Weeha is going to run to
for the bold play here. See if he can catch somebody, but not going to
Radiant's
happen.
bottom tower is under attack.
Do they see him? Is he going to try and go for TP cancels?
It's a really risky spot for him to be. Sentry's down, sees the Observer Ward, but there's no sentry in the area, so he knows he's scouting them out right now.
Oh, God, he sees them all. The Overgrowth, no, he's just going to break it with the punch. And HFN stuck here now. The Overgrowth follow-up. They're able to get both of them, and this is a huge kill. If they can take down HFN easily, there is going to be the silence. There's no save from Winter Wyvern, and no Sunder either.
Radiant's middle tower.
Maybe Pango could have turned that, but he's allowed to escape. Couldn't even tell if he could see him, but 100% works out in the end. Benefits for paiN is that they've already lost all their towers on the outside of the map, so at least their heroes will be back by the time they get to the high ground, but this is it, the Aegis and the Cheese. And Cheese is on the Doom, too, so they're just going to send 3-3 in front, the big tank that he is, and he's going to be very far in front with that Blink Dagger. Didn't opt in towards another team item. I thought maybe he'd go for the pipe, but just going to get his Blink and then into BKB, ensure that he's not interrupted.
Radiant's middle tower is under
I
attack.
feel like they can just save the Doom for the Terrorblade too. Like Pango, I don't think does enough in these fights to really cause them too much issue, or possibly the Wyvern, but they jump immediately there on to the Rubik. In trouble, going to be healed up, but is it enough? No. They swap back into Wyvern now. They get the Winter's Curse onto Storm Spirit, and paiNcat is going to be starting to beat into him, but not quite enough. They're doing a ton of damage to this tower, and a clinical game so far from OpTic. Looking like it's going to be a tier 3 tower taken down as they jump forward for more. There's going to be the Avatos. They burn through the Aegis. Okay, not bad, but 3-3 chasing forward. Tavo trying to create havoc in this fight. The BKB is out from paiNcat, though. 3-3 lifted up in the air. He eventually is going to fall. They're starting to take these heroes down, but Weeha 2 is dead. He's going to need to buy back. Jumps back in. Nobody is able to control CCNC on his second life as HFN, and there's the overgrowth. As they try and reinitiate Avalanche toss, they pull him back in the Sunder.
Oh, the time lapse.
God, the time lapse. And paiNcat finally going to be punished.
That defense is going to work out here. Knocking the cheese off really hurt. No Doom either from 3-3. Did not have the impact he needed in that engagement, and that is a ton of experience for the Dire side. The gold doesn't go that much. It's only about 2K, simply because they have the double buybacks, but look at this Terrorblade. HFN almost up into level 18 now, and then he won't have to worry about that mana burn.
Big stuff. And that's probably one of the more difficult pushes that paiN are going to have to deal with.
Yes, definitely.
Like before the level 20 talent as well. Weeha finds himself one. Can he get there in time? They kill him off!
Oh, that's a Bloodstone. That is really bad
And
news.
the gem! Oh, CCNC, that one hurt.
Radiant's middle tower is under
paiN Gaming starting to find their way a comeback here. These games, every single match that matters so much for almost every team that are playing today. Like, this group is just so tight. You still want to try and find your way into that upper bracket if you can, or just not get eliminated. Would also be pretty great.
Well, and I mean, you look at the kill score right now, it's not that different than what it was before. You look at the net worth, it's not that different than it was before. But taking away the Aegis, taking away the cheese, lowering those Bloodstone charges, this feels almost like a completely different game than it did 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's a lot of momentum-based things that are happening right now for the side of paiN. They're definitely feeling good. This is certainly a momentum team, and the more chat wheel you hear, the better the team's doing inside. And it won't be the Scotty, it won't be the Lincoln Super HFN. Is zipped on. Instantly blown up. Okay. I thought he might just want to go for the general tank ability, but he just needs that Lincoln Sphere for the Doom, so that's totally fine. Understandable.
Well, and Storm hits level 20, 30 attack speed talent, and it is still going to be a problem for paiN Gaming going forward. These supports are just food for the Storm Spirit. They don't have a counterplay option right now.
Yeah. And this Rubik, King, he really wants to get a more offensive item. He doesn't want to have to go for this Glimmer, this Yules, this Force Staff, but doesn't have a choice. They just had a rough start to the game. He did steal Shikuchi. Maybe he can now play on the side lanes a little bit and try and get himself into something to help a bit more on these pushes, because he's going to be targeted every time because he has no defensive option. The Wyvern, same problem. In fact, it's Duster who's looking for the Blink to try and find a perfectly placed curse onto CCNC. And although you can't burn the mana with the Fusel Blade, you know, you can still try and kill the CCNC Storm.
Invis rune for Zai, scouts out Weeha, and that's going to mean a dead Tiny.
Solid play there.
No buyback on him either.
Yes, I believe he was one of the ones who spent in the last fight the Wyvern and the Tiny, so this is where the problems start to occur. Like, yeah, you got a couple kills, and you got the big defense, but you're running low on bodies. They're coming back. But this time, 3-3 needs to make plays. He's got to hit this Doom.
Yeah.
Any hero, honestly, is going to feel pretty fine. Terrorblade is the dream, but Terrorblade also has the Lincolns, and the question is, have they noticed it yet, too? I think 3-3 just pinged him.
Yeah, they have the illusions out there too, which should see him. But wait a minute. Again, Storm Spirit in trouble. He is backpacking his Diffusal Blade to try and reduce the amount of mana that's being drained. They pop the cheese as well. Zai is going to die, and meanwhile, the turnaround, they find themselves the kill onto Duster and Zai. CCNC jumps back in. Can he get the sun drop? He gets it off. 3-3. The Doom comes too late, but he is still going to be able to find the kill, and the Doom was stolen. They turn it on his CCNC. HFN takes down 2 before he gets the kill. The buyback afterwards from the Terrorblade, and the roar comes from paiN Gaming as they hold again.
paiNcat will just have to limp away here. They have still just taken a tier 3. No racks yet. It does open up the shrines. And once again, it's the same situation. Not a lot of net worth, but a hell of a lot of experience, and it's all just going on this Terrorblade. The last time they won the fight, it put him to level 17. He's now level 21 and a half.
Oh my my God. HFN making the comeback for his team right now as they try and chase down PPD. They're going to be able to get him in time. Doesn't look like it, but still, I mean, I wouldn't call them in the lead. It's still an 11,000 net worth for OpTic, but you can feel the momentum building as they take down the ward inside their base.
And King RD, in a pretty difficult game, finally gets a big steal on the Rubik, using that Shikuchi over and over, and then finally getting the Doom. As just too much for 3-3 to have to worry about with the Lincoln Sphere and everything, and that's where you might miss that slip up on the Scorched Earth right after.
If you don't get that Doom steal, I think CCNC probably kills everyone.
Yeah, he can probably off of that fight. And he lost another gem, but they also got a gem back, so it's okay.
Trading gems. Who's this one?
Just back and forth over and over.
That's King RD's gem.
Yeah. Oh, they smoked. And it was near a ward. It's hard to tell.
Oh, look at that. He's going back and forth, and the pings come out. HFN says his illusion ran into somebody.
That's a nice little play. That's a Weehawk classic, I believe. Maybe Rezo, too.
Top tower is under attack.
All the cool kids.
Yeah, of course. Everybody does it.
I think HFN just drew a line like this, so if Weehawk dies, it's not on HFN.
He's going to push out a wave.
Radiant's top tower.
Has Blink Shadow Blade. Oh, God. Are you going to push one more wave here, Weehaw? Oh, man. Oh, the jump and chase. He goes in this the last second.
Out of mana.
Oh.
So close.
Yeah.
Nice
Like,
play by Weehawk.
He Shadow Blades while CCNC has a gem. Please, no. 10,000 net worth lead.
Feels like we're just back towards this Roche pit now, though.
Yeah.
So OpTic want to get some control up in that area of the map. Currently, they have the ability to take down that shrine, so I would think they would want to do that before they go for the Roche. On the other hand, if they just try and sneak the Roche, paiN might not expect it if that shrine's still up. All going to depend on vision, and largely that's based off of HFN just throwing out illusions to scout. They're going to find PPD.
Tavo rolls forward. They take the kill, and with Roche back up again now, the question is, do paiN feel confident going for it themselves?
I think they could try and force this fight.
Are they not going to check?
Or at least the buyback. All the bugs will check from OpTic. They'll see that the Roche is not being contested by paiN.
They do have one of the... Oh, no, HF Legend Illusion is going to go down. Instead, they're just going to pressure for the tier 2. They pop Bena for this, and the Winter's Curse. Okay. They've got him caught. Not really doing all that much from the get-go, but the kill of the illusions. Weehawk could think about turning this one as they bought back on PPD. And is that enough to stop them from going any further?
They have dust, but I don't see any sentries left here, too. So, dangerous place to be for paiN. And, oh, with them all running to the east.
They don't know about the Roche right now. They didn't
and
check.
that wave is so far away. They could just go into the Roche pit.
Oh,
they
man.
killed the sentry, though. So they're going to know they're nearby.
OpTic possibly getting away with one here as paiN did not check Roshan, and they are going to run in and steal this one away from them. I don't know if paiN can get here in time, and they don't even know about it.
Well, the plus side is now there are 2 Dooms for King RD to steal. So,
hey,
you know.
That one hurts. That one hurts a lot.
Who's got the Cheese Weaver? Yeah.
37 minutes, and OpTic getting the big objective on the map in Roshan. They're going to try and pressure through bottom here. It looks like Gustavo wants to pull some people back. I mean, he's gotten into some of these items now that do make the team fight that much more difficult to deal with, but I believe we've got some BKBs online too. Yeah, everybody's got BKBs, jeez.
They've smoked up here too, running through some of this paiN vision, so maybe hoping that would help them, but they're just going to let that bottom tower take some hits, see if they can turn the smoke into any sort of a value kill. But paiN are well hidden inside their base.
Yeah, and the Rubik obviously no longer has Doom. The rotation top. And
I'll get that too.
We got TPs from, like, he was just right here.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here anymore.
paiN have done a great job of dodging a lot of these plays and still getting some of these lanes shoved out.
The refresher on the Doom really hurts.
Yeah.
Weehaw They have the gem no longer on CCNC. Avalanche tossed back into the fountain. They have the lift up afterwards. No, they couldn't find it in time, but there's the lift. There's going to be the stomp. 3-3 able to find him, and he does still have that Doom. Going to drop it onto one. No, they pass over the Lincoln Sphere.
Oh,
the Manta dodge! Oh god, HFN with the plays! Actually ended up stealing the hoof stomp, and now Weehaw is going to be able to find the toss, but there's paiN with the BKB. CCNC low. The Aegis is dead. They end up being able to get the Force Staff away to keep alive Tavo, Weehaw, Cold Embrace. Can they keep him alive here? I'm not so sure. 3-3, the second round of it. He does not got the Doom off. He doesn't have the mana for it. So that means that they're going to have another Sunder once the silence wears off. OpTic can't stay.
Getting back now, yeah, trying to save CCNC. Has the BKB, so just relax. Everyone chill out. What's our sustain plan here? We got some cheese going on. That's going to go to CCNC. And we still need a little bit more mana here on this Doom. He's got the Soul Ring. All right, he's ready.
There's the BKB. They chase forward. They take down the Wyvern. They're going to take down the Pango. And now also looking for King RD. Tries the stop, but that's a BKB. CCNC out of mana. Can they turn onto him and take him down? All the right clicks with Weehaw buying back. They take down CCNC yet again. PPD ran after by the big old Tiny. And now also 3-3. Good blink up to the high ground. They can't quite get there in time. He doesn't have his TP out of his backpack. They're looking for the other side, and now they see him as 3-3 going to be lifted and rolled upon. And they find yet another hole.
These buybacks are very costly, but as he said, they held. No racks lost. Still just that bottom tier 3, and they're going to find a DD rune here as well.
Man, HFN. That was insane.
Yeah, that was close. That thing was swinging down the hammer of the Doom, and he was like, no, I'm out of here. Man, just slip his way back. 3-3, he's been holding those Dooms for so long, trying to get the right targets, and
well, it looked like they would pass the Lincolns over to the Tiny.
Yeah, exactly, because he started faking the cast on the Tiny, and then the Lincolns appeared. So I think that was a sick play by 3-3.
Yeah.
But then he obviously was able to Manta dodge, and he was still holding the Doom. And the first Doom onto Tavo was pretty important as well, though. It helped get them onto the high ground, but there was no actual focus on the objective, so the tier 3 didn't even go down.
Right. High-level play being played by these two teams. I don't even know what that was.
Your vocabulary is just it's
astounding.
Big. It's real big.
Thanks, Trent.
Yeah, no problem.
41 minutes in, and a sheep stick coming out from the Terrorblade.
Okay. Finding some game-winning items here. CCNC going to be very cautious about his BKB. Try and get the thing off as soon as possible, but still at 9 seconds, so.
All the little interactions there, too. The Weaver taking his Diffusal Blade out whenever the Storm Spirit's nearby and it's cursed.
Mjolnir now for him, too, so paiN certainly going to have a lot of damage.
Up on the high ground, though. They're walking right into it. They see them all. The lift up there. They've caught themselves the Weaver. They have the Winter's Curse to follow it up if they so desire. 3-3 is looking for the Doom and finds it now onto the Terrorblade. This is what they've been wanting the entire time, but King RD able to steal the Doom. Thinking about turning his back around against him, but he's already dead. No buyback on the Terrorblade. No buyback on the Rubik.
So many of these buybacks. Every single kill here. It's likely to send them to the end of the game. That terribly. The purchase there onto the Scythe. Had his buyback cooldown, but the rest of his team didn't, so it's pretty understandable why you wouldn't save it, right? You try and go for that big play, the team fight win.
And they had vision advantage there, too. I think it's just this Storm Spirit is causing so many issues.
Oh, Weehaw. He's trying to break this up.
He has a DD. Oh, the DD wears off. Okay.
There was a great save there, too, from Zai, though, getting the swap out of the curse.
Yeah. Good silence there on to Pango. No more Yule Scepter for him, and he is going to drop as Weehaw is going to try his best to cut these creep waves, but the tier 4 call is there as OpTic looking to finish this game number 1 off. It's only Weehaw left, and he's not even in the base as they are taking down the tier 4 towers and killing off the Ancient.
And starting to look behind them, trying to figure out where Weehaw is, but in the end, it shouldn't matter. There is a curse coming up here. Maybe the two of them in combination to try and find something.
Have a toss. It's a lot of damage. He has his BKB as well, but rooted through it and stuck in the grave. GG's going to be called. It looked good for a moment, but OpTic, in the end, were too big for paiN.
Okay, they cursed Peter. So, at least there was that. Got the kill on the Train Protector in the end, so. Oh, man, they helped, but they gave up so much in this early game.